Hope all is well. I know I didn't announce this, but it's going live right now and to give people a chance to kind of get in. Shalom, family. Can't even see who's in here. Shalom, shalom. There we go. Shalom. There we go. Hope everyone's doing well. Much love, family. Much love. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. And it's been a while, but we're going to come together and just kind of spend a little time together right now. There'll be more people in the chat. I did not announce it. I announced that I was going to go live. I was going to make a video, but then most I kind of made me, feel like maybe make it live today. Just let everybody get a chance to kind of get in here right now. Shalom, shalom. No, there's not going to be any Q&A. I mean, you can ask questions, and the chat can answer some of them for you. There's no particular topic, just a chance for us to kind of come together, talk. And that's fine. Like I said, people are in other lives. That's great. Here comes the rain. Hold on real fast. Put the windows up. Hold on. Yeah, I saw that Marvin Hagler died at 66. Some people were saying he might have taken the jab and died from that. Who knows? How's everything else going, family? The last week before our new year. Yeah. The Healing Stones book has a lot of great information, definitely. Yeah, it's coming down pretty good over here. Like all of a sudden. Yes, very exciting times right now. Very exciting right now. Said, as you can see, I can feel like a pulling away or a tearing away from this world. Now they're being exposed more and more every day. You know, we're being pulled out of every day. You just start to get, their lives are so exposed that it's just, there's no way of going back to that anymore. I haven't heard overseas ankle bracelets. Sister Lisa Cabrera shared a story with me. It was like from a month ago, talking about how 12,000 people had had to become positive with COVID after they had taken the vaccines. So you can just kind of tell, like I said, right now there's a big separation going on. Yeah, they're just lying about absolutely everything. There's no way that news can be this good all the time. Yeah, and an equal day and equal night is going to be a Saturday night, the 20th. But in a way that they're making everything seem as if everything is just so perfect. I said it's absolutely impossible for it to be going that well. Absolutely impossible. And that's it. You know, so the Most High is going to have to just expose them. You know, I said it just doesn't. The way that they're making everything seem as if, you know, the vaccines are working perfectly, and you know, and that if we do things correctly, we'll be okay. But as you look at the news, they're out running the streets, partying, whatever else, which is fine. I don't care. But it's just they're talking out of both sides of their mouth all the time. And exactly, giving credit to the doctors and scientists as if it's even possible to come up with some kind of a vaccine that fast. That's really absolutely impossible. And we know that. Yep, always killing us, but hey, not for much longer. Not for much longer. Yes, the Most High is definitely exposing all the heathens. You can see how quickly, you know, they're willing to go right back to normal and forget about absolutely everything. Just a couple of weeks and they're just acting like things are back to normal. And as I said, all my trust is in the Most High as well. That's where all my trust is as well, because you know you can't trust anything that these people say. Yeah, they're definitely bragging about everything right now, doing their victory lap right now, Biden's holding news conferences everywhere and anywhere he can to say the same talking points over and over and over again. Yeah, absolutely nothing is normal. Like I said, they're getting their little parties on right now. That's what they're getting right now. You get a chance to kind of have their like last hurrah. It seems like they're trying to have their little last hurrah. Oh, in Florida, they can't get the liquor going, huh? That bad, huh? Yeah. Well, out here in California, they're trying to sue the governor, or actually recall him right now, because you know they're upset because he shut things down. And these people are just so upset because you know they hit their pocketbooks. Exactly. It seems like it's falling exactly. Italy is spiking. A bunch of the countries over there are spiking right now. So it's just following the exact same playbook as last year. Over here they were partying, acting like it was no big deal. Everything was good while things were going bad over there. Exactly. We're waiting for the Most High to touch us and complete his good work. Exactly. Exactly. But they said these are absolutely beautiful times right now. This is the new normal. I think it's going to get much worse. These last 3.5 years, these angels have a lot of vials to open up. So I mean, not only with these plagues, but there's going to be a lot of other, I'm sure, natural disasters and lots of other things that are going to be coming down the pike as well. Well, and that's it. All these people thinking that these shots are going to stop everything, but the curses still stand. It wasn't 400 years of destroying us, and then you guys have 1 years of being inconvenienced, and then you're going to come up with with a solution, and you're just going to keep going forward. That's not how it's going to be. That's not how it's going to be at all. And they're still lying about absolutely everything. Exactly. Super spreading like crazy right now. And that's it. You're so true. The Most High has opened up our eyes to the lies of the heathen. Like, they can't get away with that kind of stuff anymore. It doesn't work anymore. I haven't seen the clone videos. I must have missed all those ones. But there's just not like a whole lot to even watch on a lot of these social platforms anymore, because they're just filled with a lot of half truths and a lot of the same information over and over again. They're trying to, force schools to get open again. Talking about, oh, well, we said 6 feet, but since 6 feet isn't going to work, well, maybe now we'll say it's 3 feet. I said that's how these people are. They'll change up anything to suit themselves because they got to get their economy going. That's very true. It's very quiet. It's too quiet. All hell's about to break loose. And it would just make a lot of sense. They get their last hurrah. They get their opportunity to go right back into their own normal mode. And it's like, if you see all these things happening over in Europe, why wouldn't you think it would happen here? I mean, they have the vaccines over there just like the people over here, and they're still getting sick. But see, over here, they make it sound like we get the vaccine and everything's going to be hunky-dory. We're going right back to normal before we even get these shots out. We got them out to a few people so we can start going ahead and, get the party going again. We've been stuck inside for a year. Yeah, and then the whole thing with trying to get back to the 4th of July, hoping that by the 4th of July they'll be able to have out, their little barbecues and kind of like they're working to get to that point. And see, that just shows you, I said, you think the Most High is going to ordain, their holidays, and he's going to let them go ahead and get everything back to normal so they can enjoy their holidays? The 4th of July, our people were still enslaved. Our people were still suffering the curses. So why exactly would he go ahead and reward you so that you can enjoy that day again? I mean, it makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And I said, these people don't want to be with their kids. They don't want to be in the house with their kids anymore. That's true. Definitely true. Well, you start thinking about that movie, I Am Legend, and how it had affected all these people who took all that medication, took those, trying to actually fight cancer, and how it turned everything upside down. Let me see here, Vatican. I saw an article talking about how the Vatican was broke, how they don't have any more money. They don't have money because of this year. The shutdown has affected their tithes. I said, so the Most High is hitting them everywhere, hitting them in the churches, hitting them with the truth, hitting them in their pocketbooks. Yes, I Am Legend was definitely a warning on many different levels. I definitely agree with you on that. Yes, that foolish nation that Yah sent to the fourth part, I mean, it is on full display now. The foolish nation is on full display. If anybody had any, any notions to think that this was not the foolish nation, I said it's just totally out there in your face. They don't try to explain anything. We can bring out these notions, and they just try to act like they can ignore it and not have to explain anything. But they want to try to come in and give their opinion. I was like, if you can't explain away the stuff that we're bringing out, then no one here cares about your opinion. But see, that's what they're used to, ignoring what we say and then giving their opinion as a fact. And that's not how it's going to work that's not how it's working anymore. The Most High has exposed them. Oh yeah, definitely. This goes going back to virtual classrooms. Once the Most High has been relatively quiet for these last few weeks, and they seem to think that the Most High is going to be quiet like He's been before, and allow them to continue to do the things that they were doing before. But that's not happening anymore. They get a little bit of time right here, but I would venture to say, going forward, the Most High is going to be very demonstrative. The Most High is going to be opening up on them and laughing at them. Definitely, a foolish nation makes a righteous man angry. Is that not the truth right now? That is definitely the truth right now. Definitely, Most High's got them. Most High's definitely got them. You don't hear them talking about Jesus saving them. You don't hear them talking about praying and getting together and praying for for this and praying for everything. They don't pray for anything. Now it's all science. Science. I mean, they might as well just start we'll become like scientists, praising science, worshiping science. Like a church, like the whole world's turned into the Church of Scientology all of a sudden. Definitely going to be coming as a lion. And now you just kind of see how, when it talks about, the path that you have to follow, the narrow path, you can really see it now. It's come to reality, how things are now. Definitely nobody's listening to their lies anymore. Yeah, no more pseudoscience, exactly. I mean, they've come everything. They got it's amazing when anything happens. They always got some kind of a name for it. They always got some kind of a name for this and a name for that. All this, all this supposed, intellectualism that they have, and they still can't figure out who the people of the Most High are. If you can't figure out like what the whole Bible is around, based on, if you can't figure out what all these history books and all the hiding of all this information is based around, if you can't do any of that, then how you have, no authority over anything else. There's a Don Lemon. Wow. So Don Lemon just talked about 33 minutes ago, talks about teaching kids that Jesus was black or brown. You can, a little late, bro. A little late. Because then it opens up a whole can of worms that they don't want to go into. That means then, you got to start thinking that the black and brown people were the ones that actually have the covenant. The black and brown people were the ones that you need to be listening to as far as how to make it to heaven. They're the ones you're supposed to be cleaving to. And then which black and brown people? It opens up definitely a big, huge can of worms. A huge can of worms. Yeah, it was another huge storm again, hitting the middle of the United States again. And I heard it yesterday in the news it was shutting down some of the testing places again. Did you guys check this out? Well, by me, there was a huge COVID testing center, and they shut the whole thing down. And then there's another college over here in UC Irvine down in Orange County, and I guess they had a huge testing facility, and they shut that one down. It's like all of a sudden, all these huge testing areas are all just shutting down abruptly all of a sudden. Like, I guess they don't have to test anymore. Have you guys seen that where you are? No, I didn't hear about the meteor explosion, but the explosion in New England today. I didn't hear about that. Oops. Definitely, history is plagiarized. Swagger jacking, definitely. Let's see. I just wanted to see if anybody has seen any testing sites shut down where they're at. So the Asian person talking about Jesus might be black. They're gonna have to do a lot more explaining and admitting to a lot of things. Things jumping all over the place. Wants to use the churches as a testing site. Oh, really? Yeah. You know what? Did you hear what Biden said today? He was talking about people taking the vaccine and trying to get Trump's people to do it. And he says, well, the people that have like a lot more sway are the churches. No, he said the doctors and the churches, and that they need to be the ones that are kind of pushing people to get vaccinated. So now they're making the churches stand up and step up and have to start to push the vaccine as well. Just taking a look at some of the yeah, I'm seeing a lot of comments. Good, good. Comments are flowing right now. You don't know if any testing being done in Sacramento. And exactly, remember they used to have huge testing centers. They were using the parking lots of a lot of these stadiums, and all of a sudden they're shutting them down or converting them in just for vaccines. I'm like, well, you still got to go test people. I would think. So the churches in DC, Maryland, and VA, Virginia, are pushing the vaccinations. I'm sure. It sounds like they've gotten their marching orders, right? But it's kind of, listening to Biden say that, you need to listen to your doctors and the churches. Yeah, see that they're not testing anymore, exactly. And then you're like, oh, well, their numbers are down. Well, I said, if all these places are being shut down, of course. I did hear that, but the other nations wanting the U.S. to share their vaccines because they have way more than they need. Yeah, like I said, there's big things going on right now. Things behind the scenes the Most High is doing. Testing sites in New Jersey, okay, actually empty. The CVS offering, yeah, I mean, they're offering all the vax that you want, but they're not testing. It doesn't seem like the testing has gone down a lot. And all these people, millions of people have been flying back and forth, like pretty much almost like back up to pre-COVID levels. You see that like so it was horrible in January, and by March, it's back up to like pre-COVID levels, like everything is just hunky-dory. Got all these variants out here. And like I said, Most High's got definitely many other things going on. It's not just going to be the virus and the variants. It's going to be probably many other things as well. Just checking out some more of the, there's a whole lot of comments coming through here. And like I said, that was the main thing, to kind of come together to just talk with one another. We can only do so many things in the comment section, it seems like. It seems like a lot of people are getting a lot of their comments erased. So sometimes we come this way and be able to talk with one another as well. I read that too. All the 52 volcanoes worldwide went off as well. So there's many things going on. Yeah, a lot of people, yes, being talked into it, by their doctors and things like that. Very true. Yep, not testing for the variants. I mean, so it's hard to say how many variants are here or how they're spreading when they're not testing, or maybe they were testing for so long and they saw where this was all going. So all of a sudden they just kind of stop. Who knows? But when the Most High, when the Most High passes judgment, I'm going to believe the Most High. When we came into that, 19 to 2019, and at the end of 2019 was when all of this stuff started with the plague. Most High shut down everything in March, which was pretty much 1 year before the Great Tribulation. It's going to start after this new year. So you had like a whole year to get right, to get this information, if the Most High was calling them, Jews and Gentiles alike. And now we're in the last week, working towards our new year. I got plenty of family members that couldn't wait to go out and went out and to go have dinner inside somewhere, because it has been so long since they've been able to do that. But it's like all this stuff is going to come with a cost. 5 more days. Up pretty much. We're going to start Friday evening. The half day is actually the 20th. Be thanking the Most High. He's allowed us to witness all of these beautiful things going on right now. No, I didn't hear anything about the emojis and hashtags. I don't usually use them that much anyways. I believe you that these variants have reached terminal velocity. I totally agree with you. If you follow what that doctor was saying, it should have hit around 50%, this weekend. That's beautiful. Got 1,000 people here already. That's beautiful. All praises to the Most High. Yeah, I totally agree with you about being on terminal velocity right now. And if they're not going to test, then it seems like what's going to end up happening is it's going to just show up all of a sudden and overrun the hospitals. People giving me a bunch of requests. Do a video on this, do a video on that. I do videos on whatever the Most High leads me to do videos on. I've done videos on the two witnesses a long time ago. You just can probably search through some of the videos and go look that way. And that's definitely it. They are definitely scared because they're seeing the Most High, Yahweh's true servants. I totally agree with you. Because, when the Most High raises up his people and his servants, so there's nothing they're going to be able to do against them. They can't do anything against the truth. And it's been so long that they haven't had to deal with the Most High servants, that they've forgotten how that is. They've forgotten where authority rests. It rests with our Father, the Most High, and in the people that he has raised up. I see that they should have already established separate facilities for the new cases. It says they haven't done anything. And that's it. Just their actions, the fact that they've done nothing kind of shows you that they must know that they have nothing that they can do against what's coming. Because if you could actually do something, you would, wouldn't you? I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? I believe you any day now. Our power is going to have the last word. Right now, the Gentiles are getting an opportunity to show themselves. Show how quickly they would try to go right back to their normal if they possibly could. And they have absolutely no power. All they can do is ignore the truth. They're definitely all these different states with no masks. I know a bunch of the Trump supporters saying they're not going to take the vaccines. It's like, even if they wanted, it just shows you that there's no way out for them. How could there be a way out when your own, constituents refuse to take, what you guys say will save them? If they want to go back to normal, they're already back to normal. They refuse to actually, do what's necessary. And it's crazy because they don't even have to come after us. It's like, hey, your own people won't even take it. Your own people jump the gun and try to get back to normal. And it's just funny listening to them. All these people traveling and they're all going, well, is that going to derail, us being able to go back to normal? And it's like, you guys already know the answer to that. They ask these asinine questions when they already know the answer. If all these people are already out and about acting as if things are normal, I said that's exactly what happened last March. Except now you're definitely going to be dealing with variants now that are 6-7 times more transmissible. So it's just like a reset, but with a virus now that's 7 times worse than the one you had before. And then what'll happen is after everything starts to shoot up, they'll ask dumb questions like, do you think that the spring break had anything to do with this? Do you think if people were traveling all over us, do you think this had anything to... Same thing over and over again. but we want our kids to go back to school. But it's like, but they show no restraint whatsoever. Yep, definitely. Planes falling out of the skies like crazy. Yeah, just plain dumb. That's exactly it. The Seattle's has canceled 2,000 flights. Wow, Seattle. I heard that Colorado had canceled a bunch of flights. Definitely, this is like the days of Noah to the T. There's this truth coming out. I said truth is coming out. Most High is bringing truth to the world. People don't want that truth. All praises. And that's it. Definitely, it's for our eyes to see. Might drop a crumb. Might drop a couple seeds here and there. See who bites. But as far as like trying to, like before we first got into the truth and thinking that everybody should be able to get it, and realizing that's not the case. So just drop some seeds here and there, and I've done my part. And the Most High, He's the one that decides who's going to get it. He's into the water. That's all we have to do. When the Most High uses us, be ready. Just be ready. Be ready to be used when the Most High is ready to use you. But the Most High is going to get the increase. Yes, the Gentile leaders won't tell their people the truth. No, they will not. Like I said, Genesis 15:13 still stands. Genesis 15:13 still stands. Italy's on lockdown, exactly. That's supposed to be, Italy's supposed to be on lockdown. Is on lockdown. I don't know if Israel's still on lockdown, but you got the so-called, main religion of the world. Their city's on lockdown. Ish is on lockdown. Hold on. It's freezing in the heartland. Yeah, it's just wild how the Most High, the Most High is touching them all over the place. Most High is touching them all over the place, all over the world. So we just have to make sure we just have our eyes open to see what the Most High is doing. Texas hitting with tornadoes. Most High's will be done. Exactly. I've seen a lot of videos with people showing chariots in the sky. No, he did not. The Most High did not choose everybody. He chose a remnant. That is so very true. And now you're seeing in that separation. Now you're starting to see how, backwards everyone else is. It's not in this truth. How they're not willing to accept anything. They're not willing to accept the truth. And I said after their 400 years, is completed, Good Times Jesus is definitely, does not exist, has left the building, and has left all these people here holding the bag now. This is absolutely beautiful. I think you got over 1,100 people here. It's beautiful right now. Like I said, I got to make time to do this so we can get a chance to actually just communicate with each other. Just be able to get in here and post comments with each other, share information with each other. But I'm going to let you guys go right now. We might do this again later on in the week as we get closer to the new year. Maybe we'll do this again even on the evening of the new year as well. We can kind of see how it would do. Just take our eyes, just keep your eyes open this week and see what else the Most High is going to do. He's going to start doing even more things this week. So we can start to bring this information together and go into our new year solidified as a family and looking for the Most High and looking for, his finger or his hand of judgment to fall on this world. All praise is to the Most High, Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who was wisdom? Who was Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai. Shalom.